Hey guys, welcome back. Everything looks probably different because we rearranged everything and got it in a more, I guess, a better flow for when I am videotaping and trying to start my seeds. This feels a lot better. Cleared out a whole bunch out of here. We reorganized everything. I have a ton of hobbies. I don't know if anyone else has a ton of hobbies, but I don't have outside hobbies like elsewhere. All my hobbies are at home. I knit, I crochet, and gardening is a huge part of my hobbies as well. But if you haven't looked on the board, I would love to say my 5-year-old child drew it. I don't have a 5-year-old, so we're having Seed-A-Palooza for 2026. Basically, these are the seeds that I'm going to grow for spring, and I have them kind of lined up, not in any order specifically, but I have tomatoes here and different types of onions and flowers. We're just going to give a brief overview of what I plan to start indoors prior to them going out, usually between 14 weeks or less prior to my last frost date. So a lot of these may not even be within the time frame I need to. So like tomatoes, I have some tomatoes that I'm starting extra early. But let's just get into it and I'll go through each pile to show you what I'm going to be starting right now in the month of January. So I guess I could start right here. So right here we have two types of wheat. We have the blue wheat kind of thing from Baker Creek. It is more of an ornamental, so it's not usually something you would need to use for baking or cooking of any kind. It is more decorative. So I'm going to give that a shot just to see how pretty it looks out in the garden, and maybe we'll do some fun types of decorating for something in the future. I also have, and on the back, I guess we can go over just a little bit. I'll just pop it on the screen right there so you can get some information. I also have another type of wheat, which is called Glen Hard Spring Wheat from Johnny's. We didn't realize how much a pound would be. And so this is supposedly one that we can use for baking and other things for decorating if we wanted to. But it is a massive bag compared to, this is probably more seeds than I have in my entire seed collection. It is about a pound, it said, and there's about 13,310 seeds in this big bag. So this one, like I said, is that Glen Hardy Spring Wheat. We have a couple of spots that we're going to put it at so that we can get these seeds in there as well. There's not much information on the bag, just like inert matter and how much weed seeds you have in here, noxious information. But we have the Glen Hardy Spring Wheat. I plan on doing this in a mass planting in a specific area, which we'll go over at some point before the season starts. And you'll also see the development as time goes on. Next are different types of tomatoes, which I don't think I grabbed all the other tomato seeds. I thought they were all here together, but I think I left them. One second. Okay, we're back. So we have, I don't think I did this one. Did I do this one? I don't know, but these are the tomatoes I'm planning on doing for spring anyway. So I'm just going to show you all of what I have and we'll just continue on. The first one is Cherokee Purple. It's an heirloom type. Most of the tomatoes usually, depth of 1/4 of an inch, but we're just going to quickly go over some of the pictures that they have. So that Cherokee type, it is an heirloom. I kind of just like it for the look of it more than possibly taste. I've never tried it before. It's always been kind of hard for me to get fruit on my plants, and I know why. I've been focusing more on nitrogen than phosphorus and potassium. So we're going to switch up our fertilizing a little bit so that maybe we'll actually get some more fruit on our plants. The next one is Rainbow Blend. It's kind of a beefsteak, I think. It's not really like a cherry or aroma. I'm hoping that one tastes really well. Maybe better than some of the other ones I have grown. The next one is Brandywine. It is not the yellow one, even though I do have the yellow Brandywine as well, but this one is your traditional red. I hear that Brandywine is really, really good, but some people have mentioned that they're really not pest resistant. They kind of just succumb to a lot of diseases. We'll see. Maybe it's a climate issue. I do have a lot of rain and humidity. I live in zone 8B around the Virginia coast. So hopefully we will still get quite a bit of tomatoes. Then I have San Marzano too. I have done the traditional San Marzano. I don't know if I've done them with Johnny's, but I've done them with other brands that you get like at your big box stores like Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart. They all kind of hold the same kind of brands there, and I've tried that before. And I really do enjoy the San Marzano because they are aroma type, which most people associate those as a paste type, but I am not a big fan of super juicy tomatoes, so the big beefsteak ones are probably not going to be my favorite because I do like the aromas where I can slice them up and they're not going to make my sandwich soggy, so I do like them for that. I hear Mountain Magic is supposed to be really good as well. We'll see. I'm not sure. I have a family member here. My youngest kid does not like tomatoes. Can you believe it? She does not like tomatoes, but maybe there's a variety out here somewhere that she will enjoy. Moving on to the next one, next category, not really in a specific order. I have Swiss chard. Now, just keep in mind, you're not able to buy your own seeds. Go and search your library that's close by. They may have a seed library. I'm hoping they do. And you can get free seeds from your seed library just to get something started, to get you outside and doing it. This one is a Swiss chard peppermint. There we go. I also have arugula rocket. I'm hoping, I've never done this before either. It's called Cress Curl. This says it adds a spicy flavor to sandwiches and salads. Fast growing, open pollinated. It's a microgreen, so I don't know how it's probably going to grow really fast, but there's not that many seeds in there, so I'm not sure how microgreeny we'll be able to get that. So here is that Cress Curl for information. I also have cauliflower, which I have other cauliflowers in this stack as well, but this one is the Snowball Y Improved, and we'll see if we'll get anything from that as well. For some reason, I don't know what I was thinking, but I kept growing my my cauliflower and my broccoli later in the season, not realizing it's part of the family that they don't really like the heat. So you kind of want your cauliflower and your broccoli pretty good to go before the sun really starts to beat down on them. You want them to already start heading up because once the sun starts to come out, they're basically done for. And in my area with how wet and humid it is, I have to start them earlier, and I did not realize I was starting them so late. Next, I have another type of, I have a type of cabbage. I thought this was something else. I have a cabbage, it's called Piccadilly. Maybe we can also pop up some pictures so you can see the pictures of what they look like as well, since Johnny does not do photos on their paperwork or their seeds. Hopefully maybe one day they'll start doing that, but they do not have that as of yet. Also have what is called a crispino. I apologize if I'm saying any of these wrong, but it's a type of lettuce. Well, I don't know what that is. It's an iceberg lettuce. Crispino. Another cauliflower, which I think is punto verde. I have no idea. We need someone to tell us how to say these on their website. This is punto verde. I also have summer crisp lettuce. It's called Cherokee. It's MT0. I am not going to try to say the harder name on the bottom. And next I have another Piccadilly. I wonder if the other one's, it's a type of cabbage. I wonder if the other one's, is it the same one? I don't know. Did I buy two of them and not realize it? Let me see. Where did the other one go? Or did I say this one already? Oh, I might have just said this one already and put it back in my stack. So yeah, there we go. That's all of for that stack. Next are mostly the herbs in this stack right here. I think fennel is an herb. I think so. So this one is called Fennel Florence. I have cilantro. I also have sage. As well as lemon balm. I have a sweet basil and a red Reuben basil. If you did not already know, I think the red Reuben, at least from Burpee, this one is not an edible. It's an ornamental. I was saying edible and ornamental at the same time. But one is a sweet basil and then the red Reuben. I want to get the Genevieve basil because I like that one better compared to the sweet basil, but I have to get more because I ran out. And then I also have Greek oregano and Big Italy parsley. I don't really use the parsley for eating. I kind of actually like it so I can get the caterpillars. I can't remember which caterpillars that grow on it. Someone told me and I completely forgot. But I do like the caterpillars when they grow on there. They're so cute. And then the last few that I have right here is just your regular peppermint. I have dill and rosemary as well. And you definitely want to get started on your herbs because they, aside from basil, they take a really long time to get them started. Some of these can take like 3 weeks, which is, speaking of, I don't have any celery. I wanted to start celery as well. So I definitely have to find some celery because they take a gosh awful long time to get started. Then I'm gonna do these next and then the flowers last. So I have onions. I have red burgundy. I also have Walla Walla, Flavor King, which is a bunching type, so it doesn't have a bulb on it, but you can use it for grains, scallions, or whatever you want to use it for. You can typically do the same thing with your onions, but I've noticed that when I cut my onion tops, my onion bulbs seem to have issues because I think I'm introducing too much moisture into where the bulb is growing, and that doesn't always work so well. So then I also have Texas Grano, and another type which has this really pretty, I don't know if this is like someone who actually is drawing it or whatever, not specifically on here, but they draw the pictures and then this is printed on the labels. It's really, really pretty. This one's called Texas Sweet. I also have Sweet Spanish Yellow Utah, I think it said. And I have more chives, which is kind of similar to like the bunching. There's no bulb, but there are chives and they're kind of an onion flavor as well. They're part of the allium onion family in a sense. So here's the chive information. Not sure specifically which variety that is. And then I also have a candy yellow onion as well. We are getting there. We're getting there. There's so many. I don't know how many packets this is, but I am realizing how much I'm actually starting is quite a lot. All right. So next we have our different type of peppers. I have sweet pepper. It is called Goddess. I also have a Pretty and Sweet, Orange Sun, and then I have a Cascabella. I don't know why I say it like that. Hopefully that's actually how you say it, but that's the Cascabella. There are a couple of the snacking peppers. I may have said this in previous videos, but I like the smaller peppers because they seem to hold better on the counter for me or in the fridge. I'm assuming that maybe because the water content is lower, because they are smaller, they just seem to be hardier and last longer when I buy them from the store. I am hoping that because I am growing them myself and they'll be the freshest out from the garden, that they'll last even longer for me once I harvest them. On the last list, some of the best things we have up here, which I totally did not do like I said I would do. And that's the one on the top is Lysianthus. Yes, I should be starting them this week. The latest I should be starting them. I am hoping to start them either today or tomorrow. I know I was supposed to start them the beginning of December, and I totally did not. But this one is the Voyage to First Love. I also have a Snapdragon, a couple of Snapdragons, Avignon Lavender. I think I have another Avignon. I thought it was somewhere, but I don't see them in my list anywhere. I don't know where it went. But I have another one. Maybe we'll be able to slide that in here somewhere. But this one is the Avignon Silver, and then I also have the Avignon Lavender. Move out of there. There we go. And then We have the Avignon Lavender. And if you haven't known yet from any of my previous videos or at all, because I don't know if I talked about it yet, yet for this season, I am going for a cream and purple palette throughout the garden. I might have other things coming up that is not part of the lavender and cream because they are like roses that I've planted. I'm not pulling up my roses just so I can have an all purple and cream garden. But most of the ones that I am starting from seed are going to be lavender or purple cream kind of colors whites. And then the next one is this really cool Gumfrina purple. Wait, what is it called? Gumfrina, and it says purple, Gumfrina glomosa. I have no idea if that's how you say it. Probably not. All right, so those are all the things that I am going to start within the next week or two. Some I have already started and did videos for, but I just wanted to give a brief overview of the Seed-A-Palooza, who was not drawn by my 5-year-old. It was drawn by myself and my husband. Packing it back to us? Probably not. All right. Well, I hope you guys are getting ready. 2026 is here already. I can't believe it. What day is it? It is the 3rd day of January. Can you believe it? 2025 is behind us. We are heading into 2026. Lots of things coming up, lots of things going on. I hope everyone is safe, happy, healthy, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.